First time hitting up the Buc-ee's as a full-time RVer. It's a Saturday. I am 48 miles till empty. I know I probably shouldn't do that, but you know, hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get to the Buc-ee's. Since it is a Saturday, and this is the Buc-ee's just north of Atlanta, this place is probably gonna be insane. So hopefully I can get this monstrosity behind me in there without clipping the pumps like I did last time. Well, the first time I pulled this thing. Ignore my GPS, but it looks like we may be able to get in at the end down there.
Now make the U-turn.
I'll probably get some DEF too, since I'm down to a half a tank of DEF. All right, let me pay attention to what I'm doing here.
Now turn left and then turn left.
We did it! Not too close, not too bad, but let's take a walk around, make sure everything looks safe. Oh shit! Well, that's not supposed to be there. Sorry to whoever was behind me when that came off. So I don't know what to do about that. Well, crap. I'm gonna have to put some plastic or something over that. That's gonna suck when it starts raining, which it's doing now. We made it to the same Loves that I stayed at before in Cordell, Georgia. If you haven't seen the Loves video, I will leave a card up top and a link in the description below, but I got the same RV Loves stop and the same site 37. So easy peasy, in and in. But as I showed you before at the Buc-ee's when we were fueling up, we got to do something with that hole. Let me turn some lights on. We got to do something with that. Ooh, and here is bartender. Cheers. You didn't open it. Why didn't you open it? A good bartender would open this. So what I'm gonna do with that up there is I'm gonna take some Gorilla Tape and I'm just gonna tape over it until I get back down to Florida. And I guess I'm gonna have to call Grand Design to see if I can get that flapper piece and then the outside piece. The outside piece came off during the tornado in Blue Ridge. So it's gonna rain, so I gotta cover it up. But cheers, everyone. Cheers. I don't think anything got ruined. We're gonna cover this up and hopefully it stays. At least until I can get back to Florida and get a hold of Grand Design. So Grand Design, if you see this, I need a new vent cover thingy. Well, that one was because of the tornado as well. I have no idea if this is gonna stay or it's gonna blow off as soon as we hit the interstate tomorrow morning. I just feel bad for the people that were behind me when it flew off. I wonder if that's what that person was blowing their horn at me about. I thought it was because I pulled out in front of them, but maybe it was because the thing fell off and they were trying to tell me that I was losing pieces. I needed some more Gorilla Tape too. And then I think we're gonna put a strip down here to hopefully keep the wind from peeling it back, is my goal anyway. I'm not even a week into full-time RV life, and I'm already making roadside repairs. I guess that's how it goes. It's not all sunshine and roses, is it there, worm? Sometimes you're making repairs at an RV Loves campground. But you know what? I'm glad that I am able to do it here. Why do you think that's funny? problem with this tape is it's gonna leave glue all over the window like it did on this window when I had to tape that window up when it broke when I was opening it like 2 weeks after I bought this thing. That is what we're doing. I got it taped here. I've got it taped all up in there, and hopefully that will stay on until we get back to Florida at the KOA, and I can try and get a hold of Grand Design and see if I can get parts for that. So if that is the worst of it, I'll take it. I told you guys that I would share the experiences that I have while I'm trying to figure this whole full-time RV life out. Look at Mr. Rupert. Hi. Hi, Mr. Ray. You want the tape? Here comes Miss May. There she is. Have you recovered? Have you recovered? Poor thing threw up how many times? Once? I don't know. I lost count. Poor thing now, as soon as she gets into the truck, it doesn't even have to be moving. She just jumps into the truck and then throws up. So if anybody has any ideas for car sickness in dogs, drop me a comment below. I would really appreciate that. Okay, I gotta clean up this mess, and then I think we're done for the night, and we are going to chillax for the rest of the night. I think it's a 6-hour drive tomorrow, and I'm really trying to beat some bad weather, but we'll see how that goes. And then, oh, and I have shorts on again. I'm so happy about that. It's 75 degrees here. Have a good night, and we'll see you in the morning. Bye. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday, or whatever day it is that you may be watching this. Just hitching up here at the Loves, and I made my first newbie mistake. I put up all the jacks and then raised the tongue of the camper to hitch height before I brought the slide in. Yep, I did it. So I had to level everything back again and then pull the slide in and repeat it. So that's why I checklist, and you know, I have this on the checklist, but I didn't look at it, so my fault. So there is supposed to be a pretty bad line of thunderstorms coming through the area or through Florida today, so I'm trying to beat that, or at least get close. The wind is pretty high. We're gonna be driving right into the wind yet again today, which killed my fuel economy. Normally I get around 12 miles per gallon towing this thing in my Ram 2500 with diesel, and yesterday I got 9 because we drove the entire way just headwind right into the wind. Why can't it be behind me and help push me, right? Anyway, gonna finish this up, and then I will see you at the KOA Hunsader Farms in Florida. See you later. We have made it to the KOA here in Bradenton, Florida. Worm's making himself some lunch. I am going to give you guys a quick tour of our campsite. I am going to do a more in-depth review of this entire campground. And I'm also going to try something new. You know, I think I did tell you in another video, but I bought myself an e-bike, electric XP 3.0. And I'm also going to do a review, a driving review of this campground, where I'm just on the bike going, we'll go up and down every single row through all the loops and that, in case you just want to see what the site looks like, but not without all of my yapping. So we will try that and see how that one comes out too. But for now, I'm going to take you out and show you this site. Fair warning, it is very windy out here. The storm system that we were trying to beat came through, and it is really windy, although the sun is out, and the sun feels really good, but the wind is kind of cold. Site 57. You got your sewer, your water, 50, 30, 20 amp service. That's not ours, but that's a deluxe site with a little patio. I'm too cheap to pay for the deluxe stuff, although it would be nice. Fire ring, picnic table, very long pull-through site. The base is shells. They're not terribly too close. There's the neighbor there, and also on that side. And first impressions, this park is pretty awesome. Wait until you see the size of the dog park here. It's almost the size of my old whole entire property. This thing, I've never seen a dog park this big before. I forgot to bring the actual camera with me, so I'm using my phone for this, but I wanted to show you guys this dog park. I'm standing in the middle of it right now, and look at the size of this thing. It is huge. And he wants his ball thrown. Ready? All this one wants to do is walk around and sniff things and... Ready? Let's go! Come on! Do you want me to throw that ball? I just wanted to show you this, and I am going to get back to throwing the ball for him. Laundry is in there, and then individual bathrooms with their own toilet and shower stall. There's 2 loops down here. There's all of this. It goes all the way up, all the way in the back, all the way over there, all the way down there. But yes, this is a pretty large KOA. And that is our site. Good morning. It is a Tuesday morning. And why do I have my headlight on at 6:33 in the morning? Because I just got out of the shower and came walking out here, and there was water all over the floor. I haven't been full-time for a week yet. I'm already had 2 problems, which is 2 more than I've had since I bought this thing. It's, like I said, 6:34, and it's a Tuesday morning, which means I'm supposed to be logged into work in 20 minutes, but I gotta see where this water's coming from. The water pressure kind of sucks, so I've been running off of the water pump. Let's see. Man, is it filthy under here. I don't want to start running. There's the water, and it looks like it might be coming from that fitting up there. Okay, let's see. It looks like it's coming from here, but I can't tell. Let's see if I can... It's hard to get in here, or it's leaking from this pump. Okay, go ahead. Turn it on all the way. Keep it on. All right, turn it off. I have no idea where the water is coming from. It looked like it may have been that fitting right there, so I tightened it. It wasn't really that loose, and I can't see if there's anything, like maybe the gasket is leaking there. So later on I'm gonna have to take the 4 screws off of this pump and pick it up and see if I can figure out where it's coming from. But right now it's 6:45 and I need to be logged on to work in 15 minutes. So it's gonna have to wait. And just like that, the work day is done. I've got my trusty old light on here, and we got to get back under here and look at this pump. And there's no water. Like, I don't see where it's leaking from. It's got to be coming from, I think, either from here, which I tightened up, or it's coming from the like the seal here. So what I think we're gonna do is we're going to turn off the water outside and then turn the pump back on, and I'll leave this off and run some water and see if we can figure out where it's leaking from. But hey, my repair held up still. Water off. Doggos want to go to the park. All right, let's put this guy in here. Let's go check out El Pumpio and see if it's El Leakio. I don't see any water. I did tighten this guy down. Hi, Ruby. My helper. I know. Is it coming out of here? No. I don't feel anything underneath, like where it's coming from. So I'm really hoping it was just this guy that was dripping. Good Wednesday morning. The water drama continues. So I turned the water pump back on last night and had the cover off here where the pump is, and I didn't see any, I couldn't find anything dripping. So I'm about to get in the shower. It is Wednesday morning at 10 to 6 in the morning, and look at what we have. Water. And what's really weird is this kind of just is laying here, but then there's also water under here. So based off of seeing water under here, I'm gonna assume that it's leaking probably on the seal. So I'm gonna have to take these screws out and pop this guy up and see. After work today, I'm gonna have to take that pump out and see if I can figure out where it's leaking from. Happy Wednesday. Before I begin, full disclosure, it has been a few days since I have looked at this water pump because a couple of reasons. I could not figure out where it was leaking from. So what I had did was I put a rag underneath here because I'm pretty sure it's leaking from under there, and I think you can probably tell, but I got up this morning, or I got out of the shower this morning, and water was all over the living room floor again. So I said to self, we got to deal with this. So I'm pulling these 4 screws out, and we're going to pick this pump up and see. Sorry, my work phone keeps going off. It's Monday afternoon after work. In case there's any work people watching, I am off the clock. We're going to look at that pump and see if we can figure out where it's leaking from. Oh, and as you can see, I'm wearing my headlight yet again. So I'm putting this as a number 1 on my must-have RV accessory list. I think whoa, and the light went out. I think I use this thing like daily. I mean, I use it to walk the dogs. I use it for all of this stuff. So yeah, get one of these things. Must-have RV accessory. Well, the screws are out. Let's see what we see. And I see nothing. All right, let's see what we see here. Nothing. Maybe a little moisture, yeah, in here. Hopefully you can see that, but it looks like it's the seal. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the pump back on, and I'm going to have Kevin turn on the cold water and see if we see anything coming out of there, because I think it might be leaking between the 2 surfaces. So there was water here coming out of here. So let's see if we see anything. Still no definitive answer to where it's leaking from. So here's what I'm going to do. There are screws all around that housing, the impeller housing. I'm going to tighten all those down in a star pattern so I'm not torquing, too much in one area, and then we'll try it again and see what happens. I don't know what else to do at this point. That one fitting over in the corner, I was getting some drips out of here, but I don't think that's where it was coming from, because that's far enough off to the side to where I would see it dripping there, and I think it was just from me messing around with that fitting. But clearly I'm going to have to replace these fittings. These things I've seen. Sorry, my light just went out because I apparently need to charge it. But I'm going to have to replace these fittings because from what I gather, these things leak all the time. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me go get a screwdriver. Tighten down those screws on the pump housing. They weren't really that loose. The 2 outer ones were probably the loosest. if you will. So I tightened them down. I don't know. I don't think we're going to have a resolution on the water pump in this video, so I will keep you guys updated on if it continues to leak and eventually what I end up having to do to get it to stop. Also, what else broke? I haven't even been full-timing at 2 weeks yet, and things are breaking left and right. I don't get it. Is this like the initiation into full-time as everything starts breaking? So we got the pump. That's broken. Similar to the one in the bathroom, a big gust of wind came and ripped it right off. Let me just tell you, those plastic things, crap. If you have them, get rid of them. I'm going to be putting now 2 max air fans in, one in the bathroom and one in here. What else is broken? The bathroom handle is sticking. So when you're in the bathroom, sometimes this won't turn. You get stuck in the potty sometimes. So I think that's going to do it for this video. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Become a member of the Travel Paws RV Pack. We would love to have you. And from the bathroom, because the doorknob just got stuck, so I got to fiddle with it to get out. Until the next video, safe travels. I'll see you all next time. Bye. Worm, help, help, help.